Welcome to weekly forecast of Nifty top 10 stocks and major indexes. So today we are going to discuss a possible movement of the major indexes like Nifty, Bank Nifty, gold, silver, crude, and the top 10 stocks according to their weightages. So we'll begin with gold. It's a 30-minute chart, so we'll go on hourly. So as discussed earlier, the pattern is still remains same. So we thought that here it might reverse us, but now it is possible that it will go one up at least to this, that is 61%, I hope, and this is 38%. The pattern which the gold is making is uh, possibly a triangle. So after that, it might make a zigzag or a flat. That depends. But as of now, the pattern which is making is a triangle or only sell below 1801 if it closes on the closing basis. Okay, so I'll remove this line now. Okay, if you see the daily structure here, okay, it is like a simple ABC structure from the upside, A, B, and C, which is presently B is going on. In the B, it may be A, B, C, D, and E, a triangular like structure. Okay, so here A, B, C, D, and E. So I'm looking just one up, maybe to this or this, 1920 or 1900 or 1970. So then it will come one down before it can go any further up. Okay, so one downside first, sorry, one upside first, then a downside can be expected. So if it is spending some more time here and breaking the low of 1800, then possibly this upside moment won't be there. So then we will be trading again for this downside, that like A, B, and smaller C. So we'll change the color, submit. So these two are the possible pattern in case of gold. Present as of now, one can look a sell maybe to the 1880 or 18 or something, because this is a sharper reversal. May it does like this. So after that, if it reverses, then it will go before it can come any further down. Okay, so I'll remove everything now so that it will be clear from the upside, maybe this from the downside. Okay, presently it is in the wave of B, which is going on. So 1 2 3 4 5. So possibly this is A, B, and C for the upside. If it does like this, that's fine. If it is going upside, maybe to 61% or 80% can be expected from the downside. So those level are 1897 and 1920. Okay. If it is not crossing the 50% or 61%, there is a possible pattern is ABC, that is for the zigzag. Okay. Presently we look smaller sell then buy. So there we will decide whether to stay in a buy for 61% and 80% or sell from this top. This whole pattern will be like triangle and A, B, and for the C downside. Okay, look for sell setup, a small upper side. Use that opportunity for the selling, not for the buy. Silver, as we discussed earlier, like here it is making the triangular pattern, so we expect some downside moment. So same pattern which has happened, which is about to happen in case of gold, I think. Okay, so presently if I see, this is the pattern which earlier it has given a breakout and the huge consolidation. Maybe this is like A, so B, if you expect this as a C. And the one interesting thing here is you can see this C movement, right? It's a slower and a sideways. right? So most of the time what will happen, these kind of the pattern will end up in one upside. So that exactly has happened here. So here it might be 1 and 2, or like 3 and 4 and 5. This may be A, or this may be A. Now it is A, B and C for the upside. Okay, this is now, maybe this is A, B and C for the upside. From upside it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It might a complex correction or new wave for the upside from here to this top. Okay, if it is ABC, that's fine, right? A, B and C. Or if something has started here 1, 2, 3, 4 and smaller upside, that will be 5. After that there is a correction and one more up. This is also possible view in case of silver. So stay in a buy now, not to sell in case of silver. Crude, as discussed earlier, it is consolidating. So stay in a buy, not to sell. The structure is hasn't changed much. So stay in a buy for 55 or 57 USD, not to sell in case of crude. Okay. USD IN now. Daily structure is still in the buy, because here if I consider this as like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 or simple ABC kind of a structure, one up, because this is a sideway which is going on. It is a consolidation after one upside movement, that is this rounded portion. Okay, against this if it is going, so one up can be expected in case of USD INR. So maybe 80% of this total move or above that. So I'm expecting a reversal, or the moment it moved inside the channel, so it is presently up below the channel. Once it crosses inside the channel or above the 74 USD, then it might go one upside, that is for 76 and 79. So there it will reach to this level. Okay, so here it's good if it is moving above the 74 USD, look for the buy, or else like small downside movement can be expected to fill this channel, maybe 70, 71 or something. But that is a slower form, I hope. So once it finishes, or if it is going upside, trade for this. So that will complete A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay. Now individual stock, Nifty. On the basis of daily or like a trend following system, earlier we were in the sell, so we were waiting this recent uh, resistance or like support, which was broken in 1 2 3 4 and in 3 candles, or yeah, 1 2 3 4 candles, and in 2 candles, and third candle is a downside. So it is a presently the recent high could be, this is a immediate support for us, or stop loss of for us. Okay, it might come to this level or one down before it can go any further up. So here I add simple trend lines. Okay, it is now on the basis of daily, it is below the trend line. So now what we need to see is whether this will break or hold. Okay, this is the daily structure. So as per the daily, it is for the sell below the previous day's low. So what will happen here in case of Nifty? So it might be 1 2 or like 3 and 4 or some complex correction. If it is like finishes 1 2 3 4 5, there is a chances that the small downside and go inside. So it depends how fast and how slow it will go. For example, this is a new trend, it will go for the fast. If it is a part of the correction, so what will happen for the B? Most of the time it will move slower. If it is a zigzag, then one more down, or if it is a flat, one more down here. Okay, so there is a chance if it is moving upside. If it is like Let's say it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, fifth wave is still pending 1 2, and it's a third of fifth wave, third of third. So 3 4 and 5, this is also possible in case of Nifty. So presently, sell below the previous day's low if it is open somewhere around here and spend some time. So look for sell for 13,200 or something. If it is not moving and moving above or just opening above this previous day's low and manages to trade 1 or 2 hours, or like maybe 1 hour after starting, then there is a chances that it will go upside before it can come any further downside. So as for the reference, so you can keep this as a like a uh, channel. If it crosses with the two-stage confirmation, one can look for the buy. Okay, otherwise it will be for the sell. So Bank Nifty, yeah, exact thing. So here, what we were expecting in case of Nifty, so if it just crosses the channel, and if you see here, it's open near the channel or below the channel and moved inside the channel. So this will give some upside moment before it can go any further down. So I'm expecting it to come little bit upper side. So I'm removing this now. Okay, I'll remove this line too. So here it might face some resistance here. Okay, so this is the pattern which we are looking is a 1 2 3 4 5, maybe like a 2. It is a simple, if it is a two simple ABC structure, most of the time they'll go to 80% of the total fall. So that will be coming near 32,112. But this is a B wave. We can't trade most of the time because B wave can go 50% or 61% or even 80%. So most of the time what will happen, this is A, and if consolidates, then we can trade for this C wave, and that will be like a bigger A, bigger B, and downside for bigger C. Okay, so this is the possible structure which I am looking in case of Bank Nifty. So slight upside can be expected from there. If it reverses, then fine. So we'll be taking this as a zigzag or maybe part of this 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so in case of Bank Nifty, look for slight buy. Then if it consolidates, look for the buy further. If not, it reverses down and test the 29,626 once again. Okay, now individual stock, HDFC, as expected earlier, like one down at least to the level of 2582 or 2556, 2498. All three has done. So I'll remove everything now and go to the daily structure, and we'll look how it is behaving. Okay, so here if I take overall structure, this is the lowest for me, and whatever the structure it made, maybe the A and B, whatever it is for the C. And if you see here, it's 1 2 3. Maybe I need to check with the length, because if it is a smaller, then it not a 1 2 3 4 5, it's a third, right? If it is shorter, then fine. If something started it's bigger, and it is bigger than 1, right? See, if I'm taking the length of the first wave, it is there. So if I count from here, the third wave is slightly, I think, slightly higher. Or it might be ABC x ABC kind of structure, but the principles which remain same. Like as soon as it breaks the channel or a trend line, we need to go for the sell, right? So here it might be 1 2 3 candle, and in 3 candle it has broken the low and manages to close. I hope this low is 2550 low, and this close is 2551. Here it is, low is 50, close is 51. So it is not closed, but as per trend line or like channeling, one can look for this trade A, B, and C. Okay, now what we can expect in case of mm, HDFC. So further down on the basis of daily structure. Okay, so from here it's the top, early, So it's flat structure or a zigzag A and B. In the C, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A, B, and C. If it is going upside, again it will be making like this and coming down or straightly to the downside. So look for sell setup, not to buy in case of HDFC. So HDFC Bank, as expected, like here, the price may come down. If it goes one up, then also it will be coming to the level of 1350, which earlier we forecasted of, right? Or thought of. So it's a good structure here. I mean, like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, whatever it is, and fifth, right? As soon as it crosses this level, so there it has given some sell. Now we can expect some fall to here and the further slide to here. And as per the Fibonacci, 61 to 80%. So that will be 50% to 38% will be 1269 and 1212. As per this hourly structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one slight downside can be expected. Okay. So that will be 5. If further, it will be doing the complex correction or flat correction or a zigzag. So that we will see how it behaves here. Okay. So, but as of now, a one down and then slightly upside and consolidate in between these two areas. Okay. Right. Hindustan Unilever structurally hasn't changed much. So earlier we said like here, if it is taking a support, it will be going up, or else it come down and goes upside. So I'm removing this now. So it will be staying the same possible upside moment. Add one more channel or parallel line. From upside, it will be like 1 and 2. Okay. So this whole structure will be ABC, a simple ABC, or it's A and B, C for the downside. If it further slides, it will be going to the downside. Okay. If it come inside the channel and goes above 2300, there is possible upside moment is like this. If it is lower, then one more down. Then it will go upside or downside. That depends. Okay. But the overall structure which is presently is for the B wave, maybe. Yes, this longer B wave. And that will be like A. This will be like a B and C. Okay. So presently you can look for the buy above 2300, or if it opens below this previous low, then you can look for further down for 2156. ICICI Bank, as expected, like here it might come one down then up. So I'll remove everything now. So we'll see the clear structure. It is for this. Now seeing this, you can see here, if it opens further, it will go, or else like it will spend some time here for the downside. So that here it might take a support. It moved inside the channel. So there is a chances it will go first upside for 560 or something. Sell only below 511. Okay. Infosys, if it consolidates, we were thinking like it will be A, B, and C. So I'll remove everything now again. We'll see how the structure is behaving. So here it's from the top, it will be A and B and C. Here you can see clearly it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or A, B, whatever it is presently going on in the C. If it moves inside the channel and slower, one more down, or continuation of this will be down. So one can look buy if it only moves inside the channel and keep the stop loss of this and wait for further move. If it is slower, you will get one more down before it can go any further upside. ITC structurally hasn't changed much, so one can stay in a buy, not to sell. It can come little bit downside, maybe the structure that of the flat here, it's a two-way structure. It's A and B, C. In that also 1, 2, 3, 4, and you might get one down, then upside. So look for buy, not for the sell in case of ITC. Kotak Mahindra, earlier we were expecting if it breaks this within the times, we might go upside. If it is not, we will go upside. If it breaks in the times, it might go for the downside. But presently in the just above the trend line, or we'll check once again. It's moved below the channel. So look for the sell below this area or yesterday's low if it is not able to cross this trend line. So one more down. Okay. This is an important trend line. If it breaks above that and moved inside the channel, or maybe to the level of 1850 or something, then only we are going to buy. Otherwise, look for the sell set. LNT, look for sell. It is just taking a support, but it can further slide down to 1300 and further. So look for the sell, not for the buy. It is consolidating, that's fine, right? So it might get here if it is, sorry, we'll look a little bit closer one. So as it is slower, it might do expanding structure like uh, possibilities there, A, B, C, D, and E. But that has to give some confirmation once it crosses this trend line. Okay. So look this how it behaves here and go for buy. Reliance earlier said like at least simple A, B, and C kind of a structure. So we were expecting the price to go here, but it reverses from the 2100 itself. So I'll remove everything now. So we'll see how the structure is making. Yeah, it is little just above the trend line. So it fine. So it is A, B, or like 1 and 2, not A. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This or this. Now one down, or it might be the part of this correction. So we started one, and this would be like A, B, and C. C now, right? So this is A, B, and C further. This is A, bigger, B, bigger, and C for the downside. Yeah. So Reliance, it might slide little bit downside below this, that is 1830. Below 1830, one can look for the sell up to the level of 1670 or something. From this side or from this angle, we'll check in daily structure whether it is coming any um, support it takes. It is very further, means very far. Look for sell, not for the buy in case of Reliance. Below the previous day's low, means below this. TCS, yeah, it is for the sell still, but if it is crossing this channel, so we'll be looking for the B wave, that is like A, B, and we might do this. Okay, so look for the small buy, then buy sell, or else like if it is opening down, so we'll be expecting this price to go for 30, 25 or something. Okay, so look for Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance, we expected this price to go for A, B, and C. So maybe to the level of 49.72 or something, but it reached a 47.62. So I'm removing everything now. It might be making the structure that of the triangle, or if it is part of this, so it will make triangle. Okay, it might do some consolidation before it can go any further upside. Yeah, it is coming to that itself. From this top, this is angle. Okay, it might consolidate before it can go any further up, so look for buy in case of Bajaj Finance, not to sell. Okay, this is for the next week. So as maybe Monday or next week there is a budget, so be careful and keep the stop losses and trade safely. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.